You know, I'm so frustrated about this whole thing, just regarding just everything. Like I was reading an article today, just kind of talking about how Chinese Americans are starting to face discrimination, starting to experience racism and just is it the word bigotry? Just because of the fact that, yeah, I mean, the virus did originate from China, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's the Chinese people's fault. Like this is frustrating to me because, me being an Asian American, my family being an Asian American, a lot of my friends are Asian American. I actually asked them like, hey, have you guys experienced any, racism lately or any type of stigmatism towards you guys? And they were just kind of joking around like, yeah, man, back in high school, but I was kind of being serious about it. I'm like, anyways, so luckily for them, they have not experienced it. But I started reading about just all these things going on as far as like the Asian American population. And like there's this one person, she's from San Francisco, and she was walking towards the gym, I believe 26-year-old female, and someone just came up to her and spat in her face. I mean, that's bullshit, dude. I mean, I'll tell you right now, if someone were, spitting, can you imagine just being spit on? Like that's such a derogatory and that just makes you feel so belittled. You know what I mean? Like it's bullshit. Like I'm telling you right now, if you spit in my face, I don't know what I would do. I guess first of all, I'd be surprised, and I would hope to God you don't have any fucking sickness, because I don't want your damn spit in my face. But it's like, do I take the high road and say, you know what, I'm just gonna take it, or do I fight back, right? Because I don't know, man. And I've been hearing other stories about like how this person back in Texas, it was a Burmese person, right? Not even Chinese, just a family from Burma who got stabbed in the freaking face from just a person in Texas. It was a 19-year-old man by the name of Jose Gomez. Okay, I'm listing your name because you're a piece of shit. Okay. It's things like this, and there's one incident happened in LA where a 16-year-old boy just got bullied and he got beat up just because he was Chinese, and people assumed just because he was Chinese, he has a virus. And honestly, I blame the people on top. I mean, you want to call Trump a president? I don't even call him President Trump. I call him President Shitface, or just he's not a leader. All he's doing is just spreading hateful rhetoric to everybody. I mean, it's not a good thing to call this the China virus, okay? That's just so wrong. I mean, do we forget what Christopher Columbus did back in like 1492 or whatever when he came in to the US, right? Or back then the Americas. I mean, do you guys know what diseases he spread? And we celebrate this guy? Like here, based off just Google, okay? He spread measles, smallpox, influenza, diphtheria, typhus, cholera, and scarlet fever. But yet we have a celebration for this guy because America, right? America first, white power. It's and just going back to this whole fear thing, just the whole fear and ignorance. Like this is why it's so important now more than ever to be a critical thinker. I mean, with the way like our news is just being broadcasted, like the minute you click on something, right, everything starts becoming targeted towards you. So if you click on something that's negative, or in this case, that's something like, let's say, related to China virus, right? All of a sudden, you're gonna start getting articles related to everything related to Chinese viruses, China virus, right? Targeted advertisement via machine learning through Google, Yahoo, whatever, Facebook algorithms. And we've become such a world where just all we do is listen to freaking memes, and no one reads articles anymore. All people do is read a headline and they assume that it's true. I'm like, and this is why just like there's so much just ignorance going on lately in this day and age. It's just you got a bunch of stupid people, straight up, man. And just it all starts on the top. It really does. Like, our governors, our mayors are actually doing a better job than this orange buffoon that's like supposedly leading us. I mean, I like to read a lot of articles in the morning, just kind of brush up on just current day-to-day news. And Dr. Fossey, who's kind of basically the director of our, let me just double check what his title is, because it might have changed. Give me 1 second. So Dr. Fossey is, so I was correct. He's the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. And he's basically been around for a long time. I think he's been around serving 6 different presidents throughout, since I guess he got started. And right now, this guy's the only person who I would consider credible in terms of like who's on Trump's administration team, right? Because every time Trump opens his mouth, it just lies everywhere. You know, it went from we're gonna be fine in a week to like everything's a hoax to we'll be cured in 15 days to we have 1 million testing strips and all that. And I'm worried that if you aren't obviously aware, like Trump is a big racist. He's a big narcissist, right? He doesn't like people being, smarter than he is. So what does he do? He ends up firing or he ends up putting him somewhere else. And I hope to God, right? Don't believe in God, but I hope that this Dr. Fossey guy does not get relieved of his duty for doing his fucking job. Because it's frustrating. Right now, especially now, we need leadership now more than ever because we are not getting it from our government. We are not getting it from our government at all. And so anyways, you know, for all of my Asian American people out there, just be safe. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You have to use your best judgment on it. Just know that you might, we're going to experience this for a while. And I'm hoping that your city, your state, and the people you surround yourself with are good enough people to know the difference between, just they're able to know the difference, right? I mean, just because the virus came from China doesn't mean that all Chinese people are bad. Doesn't mean that all Chinese people are infected. Like, no, dude. Again, the virus doesn't pick sides. It doesn't care what race, what ethnicity, how rich you are, how poor you are. It affects everybody. And again, just now more than ever, we need to come together. There's no point in being fearful. There's no point in being ignorant about the fact that when we work together as a group of people, we come out better. You know what I mean? And I was talking to my friend Meg about this yesterday. It's kind of like, back when we didn't have technology, back when we didn't have big cities, we were all just kind of like hunters and gatherers. How did a city or a small community thrive? It's through cooperation. It's through helping each other. It's not trying to get ahead. I mean, everyone wants power, right? But in order for you to be a good and powerful leader, people have to respect you. People have to see that you're capable of leading them and pulling them out of a dire situation. And right now, our leadership is not doing that. Our leadership is basically dividing. They're spreading fear. They're just doing they're blaming people. They're not taking responsibility. And that is the most frustrating thing that, one advice, okay? When you blame, when you point the finger at somebody else, you're deferring your responsibility. When you defer your responsibility to somebody else, this puts you in a vulnerable situation, right? It just means that you don't know how to handle your own emotion. You don't know how to handle your situation. Therefore, I'm just going to say, you know what? It's not my fault. It's your fault. Like, okay. We all need to take a good look inside ourselves and say, you know what? I'm going to be bigger than this. I'm going to be a better person than this. I'm going to be a mature person about all of things that are going on. Now more than ever, okay? Now more than ever. All right. Anyways, I just kind of want to share my feelings today, and just like we need to be better people about this. Okay. All right.